All right, this week's question of the week comes from one of our viewers. And the question was, is the thoughts and views of the Gracie family still relevant in today's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu community, whether we talk about tournaments or UFC, is their thoughts still relevant? And then there's always somebody that make a comment about, hey, there's a lot of other champions now. The Gracies are no longer, the current champions, and so the question is basically, are the Gracies still relevant in their views in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu community? I would say absolutely yes, and not because I'm a fanboy, although I guess I could qualify under that title of being a fanboy of the Gracie family, but I'm going to present my thoughts and my facts. So one, what's undeniable is the impact that continues through the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And it's undeniable. The founder was Rorion Gracie, who was Helio Gracie's first son. And up until the Ultimate Fighting Championship, I had never even heard of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. As most people didn't. We'd never heard of it, and Rorion Gracie brought that to the community for both MMA and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and it really just shocked the world to watch these Jiu-Jitsu practitioners just decimate bigger, stronger, more athletic opponents. And so Rorion's impact was huge, and it still continues on today. As well as the most prestigious Jiu-Jitsu tournament today is still the International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Foundation World Championships. And that was founded and continues to be run by Carlos Gracie Jr. today. And then a lot of these super fights or these fight to win, super fight type tournaments are basically modeling themselves after Metamoris, which did not remain as a super fight platform successfully. However, their idea, and it was an idea that I believe came up with Halleck, Huron, and Henner Gracie. Their idea has been copied, and that same white platform now under different promotions is continuing on, and that's having a huge impact still in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu community. So I think they're very relevant. You don't have to agree with everything they say, and a lot of times I'll see that on social media where Rickson Gracie will say something, or Renzo Gracie will say something, or Royce Gracie will say something, and then, the firestorm, who are they to say they're no longer the reigning champions? It's like, bro, you have to respect their contributions, and their contributions continue. Had it not been for Royce winning the original UFC, I wouldn't be doing jiu-jitsu right now. I was just shocked that this little guy could win it. It was stunning. No matter what excuses other people try to give, or it's like what he did was amazing. He could have got knocked out, and then we'd be talking about Taekwondo or karate or whatever. It's like, no, he won it. And then I'll see comments, people will be like, the elite instructors now are John Danaher and his Death Squad, and they far surpassed any of the current Gracie instructors. And it's like, bro, before you say that, could you even do some basic research? Who did John Danaher train with? Who awarded John Danaher his black belt? And I know most people don't have the willpower to do some social media or do some research. So I'll give you the answer. It was Renzo Gracie. Renzo Gracie trained John Danaher. Renzo Gracie awarded John Danaher his black belt. And John Danaher is now producing some of the most dynamic champions in the jiu-jitsu community. But it's not like he's doing it and he didn't have any Gracie connection. So that's my thoughts on this. The Gracies are still relevant. Just like if we said today, how relevant are the founding fathers, from 1776, and their thoughts on current law, because none of their descendants are, not that I know of, are currently in politics or law affecting it. How relevant is George Washington or Thomas Jefferson or James Madison or Benjamin Franklin's thoughts to today's law? I would say still very relevant. So that's my answer to this week's question of the week. Got any insights, comments? Feel free to make them below, and we'll all learn and grow and agree or disagree. All right. Ciao.